He's got the sunglasses in the house at night.
Hello, you lovely people. I'm still here.
Still here, man.
My shirt is fucking
tight because you gained December
I
weight.
gained a lot of weight. But
It was good to you though, man.
No,
I drank a lot.
Yeah.
I drank. I think I drank way too much.
When I find you gain weight in alcohol, but look at Keith. What are the happiness here? Calling, I understand. I don't know if I got the
No, okay, wait. Okay, yeah. Obviously, I did gain weight.
Like a lot.
I'll put this on. Hi guys.
Why are you
Guys, we know like you're not sharing, guys. People are about to find out whether they're dead, or they're mothers, you know.
No!
They are
really?
Yeah,
How do you find out good, yeah?
But it's okay. Virgos are amazing, so it's fine. You'll be good. Ciao.
Anyway,
Wait, guys. What is she saying?
she's saying that
Virgos, i.e., people who are made in December, are wonderful because if you are made in December, you come out when? Check.
August.
September.
August.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay,
August.
right about sure.
Yeah. If you're alien, no.
August, September, you're a Virgo.
So, hey, that December fling, eh? Guys, hey.
Where December be?
Gents,
Where we're late.
Be careful.
Guys, we need a DNA stock file, you know what I mean?
We do? Yo. A DNA stock from.
That is what we need.
Great.
Right. On the other side of my right side,
Oh.
we've got Lucky Stone. Lucky guy, the lucky one.
I tell you, Lunge.
So why are we segregated?
What do you mean?
Like, all the girls on that side, all the gadgets.
But how many
There is only
It's only one goal.
Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, lucky man, how's December for you? Welcome back.
Every piece of pie.
But where's I'm done? What's it?
I don't know why you want to know about my December. No, but it was very busy.
Maga, I'm a victim.
Eh? No, that one was my victim. I'm my victim.
Hey, baby mama number?
I want to
Cut that shit out! Right now.
Like on a serious note, but I think you were saying.
We are team boy.
Huh?
Actually.
Yeah, it's.
But you know the secret.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
No,
Like, that's a
it's
conversation we should actually get into. Why are guys so obsessed with having a baby boy?
We need a fucking baby boy.
No,
Nigga.
I want to put my
Wait, why do you need one?
Are you a baby boy or no? Are you about to switch up and switch up?
You know,
now they can switch up.
I think.
Wait,
I
you need to
think-
introduce yourself? No, it's fine. Let's continue.
I was
Just joking. Generation Z member over here.
generation.
Prominent Generation Z.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Speed
That's good.
As if
SSG.
SSG. Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, bruh, lady.
The ass guy.
Old, man.
No, but why
Are you
guys?
25, dog?
It's
You 25 this year.
Yo, bruh.
Are you gonna turn 25? You're gonna become an actual human being now.
Bruh,
Finally.
God damn.
I can no longer max on Rusty.
No, you're not a human being until you're 25.
your brain's still developing.
Bruh, I can't.
So why are we on this panel with you guys if we're not?
And why are we always talking
Developed.
sense?
Nibaga can.
As you can see, we outnumber you. We're trying to guide you guys.
We are actually trying to ask how old you are.
80% of the panel, you know?
Like,
Like
literally,
the
like,
brains here are here.
oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh,
diagonally.
Warm up, yeah. Now we are already, you know.
Alright.
By the way, I guess it's still like number default.
But
But
that
that was
was
just a look on. So now we put your
Thank you
weight.
for introducing yourself slightly.
introduce yourself.
You've already introduced. I'm Cecil.
Yay.
That's simple.
Alright.
Yeah.
The guy. Alright, guys, welcome back, man. I missed you guys. I missed recording, and yeah, this year we're trying to do things better, you know. But let's just get started, man. Like, how is your guys' December overall? Like,
Overall, also my December.
Guys,
was bad,
I think I got a bit too drunk. Actually, I assume
You can't.
and I think I had a bit of alcohol poisoning because when I came back on the 30th. I came back on the 30th because it wasn't the 31st.
yeah.
Came back on the 30th and being balagelo all over. Bengithi, guys,
Singing that.
I am no longer drinking. I had been drinking for a good 2 to 3 days straight without eating, without drinking water, just drinking alcohol, and
Because you think you're standing.
I was like, you know what? I'm good now. I'm gone. Like when Kato picked me up, I was like, "Mntwana, asivayeni." The only thing I had was my bag. I was like, "Pakistan is like, asivayeni." I was like, "No, singing right." We're like,
kodwa phethe drops phethe wena yakhe inkinga phethe ayikhonkolo unenkinga yokungafuni ukudla and sekunika ukudla nawe uyapoda ukudla ezofuna ukuhamba yona
laphuza angidli angigezi
yeah
don't say that to the people.
yeah
Who's that black kid who does the washing without soap or water?
Okay, send that again.
No, man. But yeah, I mean, mine was kind of hectic because I had to say goodbye to my friends. I was like, guys, I can't drink this hard no more. And the gents were still going, and I was just like, fuck, my body is weak. Let me go.
Yeah, but then what is it about December that gets us to that point? You know, like I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to travel during December and go somewhere else, like a different country or something like that. But what is it? Because in different countries, you know, it's usually a time for family and fun things, yes, but it's a more relaxed time.
But
here in South Africa, it feels like it's a whole event.
Say who on?
It's a whole event from I think maybe the 10th of December till like the 2nd of January.
Hey man, but think about it like this, bro. I mean, a recent study came out and said that South Africans are the hardest working people on earth at a certain point. South Africans, when they do something, they go at it hard.
Wait, on the very same note, I wanted to say we are also top 3 drinking countries in the world. Top 3. So understand that dynamic. What you're saying is we do things very hard.
So what do we need to
we have no matter. We have no
number one. Number 3.
Number 3 is not acceptable. Number 3 is not acceptable.
No guys, we're going hard. The stats say we're going hard. First get us again.
Like kid, never mind the stats, but as combine one thing. Different countries, December or a holiday for one. If like it's festive. Anyone doing good different. You understand? Tina, well, as black people, we still have that thing what December is either ngekhaya or ngiyovakashela someone. We understand? And then that's why on the hospitality side of things, December is very busy. You'll find families, they are here for safari, they are here to see Cape Town, Durban and stuff. We understand? Obviously, if you are here to visit, you are going to drink, but you're not going to drink as much as you would drink if you're in the comfort of your own home. We understand? And another thing, half of the people that are in Johannesburg right now as we speak, they are not from Johannesburg. So if I go home, in fact, do you know how nice it is? We would drive, shout,
don't drink and drive?
Yeah, don't drink and drive. I'm not saying
don't ever do that.
Drink and drive. You understand? I'm not saying we should drink and drive. But when we look at you understand? Because it's not every time you understand? And when you're at home, you don't even you get to meet like
and even yourself, you like, whoa, my niggas, like I haven't seen you guys in a while. You wanna catch up, you wanna have fun, it's over beers, everything is nice, it gets out of hand.
Exactly. And never forget in fact ukuthi vele khonika mina strong ngicishela ukukhuluma yazi. Yabo but in fact emsebenzini boys febe unyaka wonke. Just in fact after lokho isikhupani masivala. You get to be yourself. You understand? You need to take out everything every time. That is why that is why half of the time when you're home or when you are away, you forget about everything that is happening.
True, that's very true. That's very true.
But also, I think perhaps I haven't thought this out. I don't know how true it is what I'm about to say.
It goes back,
especially in a country with such high rate of mental illness, right? We
are.
So we're a country that loves distracting ourselves from our problems. We don't ever want to sit idle and think about our problems.
Which is why January hits as hard as it does.
Exactly, because now you don't have although you're at work, but even though you started work,
it's the whole December.
Yeah, but why were you drinking the whole December? Because you don't want to get bored. So your escape from boredom is drinking and partying. Why is your escape? What's okay?
So I'll share my stories. I was with my folks, man. Unfortunately, this December, my 2 sisters couldn't make it to home because they had things to do. No.
No, okay. I'll get you why.
Both my sisters had things to do. So I was there with my brother and we were chilling. Ekayage, my dad likes bride meat all the fucking time. So we had to buy all the fucking every day, every day. So you make breakfast, lunch, get braai, supper. We decide who cooks, mom cooks or whatever, you know. But that was like the daily schedule. Breakfast, lunch, boys go braai. And then supper, mom either cooks or we order out or whatever, you know.
And then Mokuza man.
I didn't drink while I was with my parents.
So where did you get the alcohol?
Yeah, because you.
When I went to my gents.
Okay. So I wanna
When I went to my
add
gents.
on to what you just said.
Yeah.
Add on, but give you a different angle.
So my parents know I do sip, but they don't know how deep it goes. Yeah.
So now there's probably a very good reason why your sisters weren't able to make it, right? So this year, for anyone who doesn't know, for this year I was able to have Christmas dinner lunch here at my house, right?
Yeah.
All my friends, and it's like we all collectively decided.
Not all, but some.
Okay, some of my friends, sorry guys, I didn't make it. Some of my friends, but those were the guys who had decided to say, actually, fuck home. You know,
I'm
a lot of people go home and it becomes such a mental drain for them to be home, to be in that space and all of that. And people in I think our age group, millennials, are taking control of their mental health. To say, I'm not gonna ruin my December and go home and be bombarded with certain things, becoming Mr. Big Money Spend to put us a goal, must buy for everyone and do this. Oh, I must be at home. If I'm a girl, I must be at home, wake up at 6. Parents don't like to see us sleeping around and sleeping at home.
You're bringing back trauma.
Keep with that being,
it's a lot of things. With being home is a mission.
And I fully understand that. With that being said though, the last video we had, and I was saying a certain girl knows where she comes from. You know, she comes from UJ and she's studying a certain degree. But you also know where you come from. You must know your parents, know where you come from. I will never switch up for my folks. I can't.
But here's the thing.
Because I do know. Yeah. Like, I will never.
But look, for me,
I will never.
Going home there, I'm from a very big family, and there was none of this let's stay in Joburg thing and have a Joel. In fact, I've never been, come to think of it, I've actually never had a drink on the 31st my entire life because I'm always at home.
Dang.
And that's I'm okay with it. It's not a bad thing, but this, you don't drink. What do you mean? It's terrible. You sympathize.
No, you sympathize because you can't be yourself.
So here's the thing. You know, Bas came into the country. When was it? When was
just
it?
before Afropunk and.
Well, my 28, 20. Yeah.
I can't wait for Costa Lights and
I spoke to him again this year.
Don't hurt me.
What a great guy.
Fuck all of you. Anyway, I went home.
On a t-shirt.
Is that why you give me? Can I just
I was about to ask, are you ready?
I just want to focus, okay?
That's funny.
So anyway, I took leave on the 20th, and as soon as the 21st hit, I was on the road going to Lesotho. For those of you who don't know, I'm not from here. Anyway, I literally spent 2 weeks, which is my whole leave in Lesotho. And as a girl, you see, it's nice for you guys. You can go with the gents, and you can bribe. You can bribe for a day and call that work. From the moment you wake up as a girl till the time you sleep, and it's literally.
Are we talking about midnight crossover?
No, like just
just normal shit.
It's like waking up, going to sleep. It's home training, and it's not. You don't mind it because it's just how you grew up. But it gets to a certain point where you're kind of like, and it hit me this year because I was like, I don't mind doing this, and it was okay up until the 28th where I'm kind of like, okay guys, it's time for me to go back to Joburg, and they're like, we need your help, and I'm like, I need to wake up every day from 6. And sleep at 10 and not have sat down or had a drink or sat watching something. Like, it's a lot of work. So I get the whole mental health thing and staying away from family and getting back to you because the first thing I got back and I drank. Like
Really?
Because I hadn't had a sip for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And this was my time to shine.
But
And I
also-
didn't
Oh,
shine.
okay.
I mean, to add on to what you
But
say,
to
the
the
reason I don't like going home personally, right, is that I'm not the person my parents raised. You know what I mean? I'm not the
It's
person
actually
my
quite
parents, which means that
very
every-
important
so
point.
as soon as I get into my car and I start driving, as soon as I cross the Newcastle border, I need to switch back to the boy my
that
parents
they know.
raised. Do you understand that?
It's stifling.
I no longer fucks with religion. I don't go to church.
Do you like doing that?
I don't care. No, but what I'm saying is that that's not me, right? I told my mother she legit almost had a heart attack.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand that? So I then have to start balancing who I have to
Who's
show my
so
parents
okay.
because I still want them to be happy. I don't want my
You
parents
still wanna
to feel
love,
like
yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
so on
yeah.
like
Yo,
that.
yeah.
I don't want to tell them the type of freaky shit I get up to on New Year's at Apple Park.
What I would
You know
rather
what I
be
mean?
doing.
Like I can't.
I
tell
hear
them
you
those
fully,
things,
and I'm just asking for yourself. When you cross that nyangena manje, you can say uyayithanda le feeling oyizwayo ukuthi sekumele manje.
Nice.
that's why I don't go home.
That's why it's important.
But you understand why it's weird that it becomes
Uba
even
into
more-
enga-
let me just finish that name. It becomes even weirder because my relationship with my parents improved when I came to Joburg and spent less time at home.
Yeah. Because you are happier.
They miss you.
We are happier, you know what I mean? Like our conversations are productive. They're going forward now. Because when I was back home, it was a fight every single day. It was like, damn, what are we fighting about today?
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
oh, yeah,
It just
oh, yeah.
literally just improved when I got away from that. So that's the reason why I don't go home anymore. Or if I do, it's like a 2-day thing, 3 hours.
So you guys are like-
Yeah.
100.
No, but the thing is, Feso, I hear what Feso is saying, and it's a very sad thing because Lenda Ishirepalen, he's like, this Feso he is right now, it's not the Feso that they raised. Now the question is, amongst us, Yubesila, so 5, ubani umuntu okathi hayi mzali lento ayikhulisa yiyona. Now that goes back to parenting ukuthi that means now I'm a parent, you understand?
Yeah.
That means at some point in time I need to also understand ukuthi lento engiyikhulisayo
It's gonna be.
izoba nama ideas ayo, izoba nendlela yokuphila.
Exactly.
You understand? Because now we've got a situation whereby umntwana umkhulisile, you raise your child the best way you know how with whatever ideas that you think goes okay, these ideas as an influencer in a positive side.
Yeah.
Are cool, then you get to a point as a child now goes okay, this is where I get to make my decisions for myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You understand? But
And I
now,
hope all kids out there in the world learn that sooner than later.
Nah, bro. You know,
Every kid needs to be able to make a decision. Like, guys, I know kids are kids, and kids sometimes don't know things. But if they can learn that sooner, they can be more prosperous sooner than later.
it's not up to the kids.
It's
to
not
learn
up to
it.
the
It's up
kids,
to the
yes.
parents. If the parents can give you, if your parents can give you the freedom to say, you know what?
But freedom can be dangerous.
No, not necessarily.
Freedom
Parents,
somehow.
you know what?
Freedom can be dangerous.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen to what I'm
I-
saying.
Yeah, woman, nama
Yeah,
ye.
but
Wait,
here's
wait,
what kids
wait,
will
listen
say.
to what I'm saying, right? There's something that I used to say to my mom a lot, and my parents are fairly progressive, but not too much, as they still parents to a certain extent. But I used to say to her, at some point you're gonna have to trust the parenting that you did for the first 10 years of my life, because that's when you're doing your most parenting, because you're trying to shape somebody, right? First 10 years, 11, 12.
no, first 10,
First 10,
right.
yeah. Because after then, the person, the moment where you start to decide, actually, I don't like this. That's the first time your parents should realize, oh, all right. Now he's
Decided.
now he's
Yeah,
start
yeah,
making
yeah.
decisions. Now, with him making his own decisions, I have to trust that the parenting I did in the first 10 years will make him understand the difference between wrong from right. Because that's all you need to know. What's wrong and right, what's good for you, what's
Yeah,
good for everyone.
yeah.
Don't be a psychopath.
Yeah.
Don't go murder 10 people.
And
Don't- you know?
I think kids that
You must find the
right.
post office and then
Yeah.
when they shall this is wrong.
I think kids is actually right because I've said this before on, I don't know if it was on this chat, but Willow Smith, when she didn't want to do, I whip my hair back and
Yeah.
forth.
You know what
you saw that?
Mother tell.
Please say it.
So Will Smith was like, yo, we're out here trying to promote that with my hair, whatever, you know, everyone knows that song.
Getting a career,
yeah.
a music career off the ground.
And I think she was 9 at the time. And she was like, okay, I'm over it now, I'm done. And
As
then,
kids do.
and then Will Smith's like, yo, bro, but you promised Jay-Z that you're doing this tour for like 3-4 months. Like, no, I'm done, I want to go home now. And he's like, but you can't, because you have made commitments. Like, but you made the commitment, not me. You know? You as a parent, you made the commitment to Jay-Z, not me. I'm good. And then she's like, oh, she went to do it. He's like, alright, cool. Whatever you're saying. And bear in mind, this is like with my hair, whatever. She went, cut her hair bald, woke up in the morning.
Why put the zombie in elephant?
Now what?
I'm with my hair back and forth.
What are we
yeah.
weeping?
What can you success? I mean, I said
I am
one
done.
man.
Same deal, you know?
Yeah, well,
and you look at the kids.
And
they're-
yeah, when you're gonna okay, see, couldn't
Yeah.
yeah.
And
See,
she
who
told
did
me
it
what
like
she
that?
wanted, and I didn't listen. And she showed me to
You know when
You know?
when Will